Okay, this is an infrared, no contact thermometer. I have always been an ear thermometer or an oral thermometer type of mom, so getting this was a little bit of a change for me, but I have to say I am so glad I made the switch. This has 3 features that I think make this a standout from other thermometers, and I'm gonna walk you through them right now. The first is so many features of this were built for nighttime readings. First, it has a sound button that you can turn on and off the beeping sound. When you are going to take the temperature of your little in the middle of the night, the last thing you want is for it to beep and wake them up. So the fact that I can turn off the beep is huge. The next thing that I really appreciate this is it does have an LED screen that lights up. So when I am taking a temperature in a pitch black room, I don't need to get out my iPhone flashlight to read what the temperature was. It will actually illuminate and show me. As you can see, it lights up so nice and bright there. Okay, the next thing I love about this is it actually color codes the temperature reading. So for example, if I go in the middle of the night to take my kid's temperature and their temperature's gone, it's gonna light up green. Okay, like I said, if I were to take my temperature right now, I have the sound off. That's why I was like, what's going on? But the sound's off. Okay, it lights up green. If they still have a fever, it lights up red. If it's kind of in that in-between elevated temperature, it lights up yellow. So not only can I actually see what the number is, but I get a very quick indication, green, yellow, or red, of what I am dealing with. Amazing. The next feature that I love about this is that it actually can read the temperature of multiple different things. So it has 3 modes. It has a surface temperature mode, it has a body mode, and it has a room temperature mode. So your surface temperature mode is perfect for if you want to test out your baby's, the temperature of your baby's bottle or their bath water. This can do that. The room temperature, I did test this out right next to my thermometer to see how accurate it was. It was off by maybe 1 degree, but for the most part, I was pretty happy with that reading and that I found it to be pretty accurate. Why would I want to use a room temperature? One great example I thought of is when I'm traveling and I stick my baby inside of a pack and play and I put that kind of slumber pod blackout tent over them. I always get in my head that it's getting too hot in there. So the fact that I can stick this in there and get a temperature of that space will definitely give me peace of mind next time I'm traveling. The third feature that I absolutely love about this is it has a memory button. So we know when we take our kids to the pediatrician, they're always asking about the patterns of their fevers, if it's going up, if it's going down. Sometimes it's hard to remember. And so this memory feature kind of helps you remember. You can scroll through. I think it stores, I want to say, up to, you can't quote me, but it was enough. I think it was more than 25. I think it was in between 25 and 30 different temperature readings, so that you kind of always know if your baby is, or your baby or your kiddo is, increasing in temperature or decreasing in temperature. All right, so these are the things that I love about this thermometer. It runs off of 2 AAA batteries, which they were kind enough to give you the first 2, which is always appreciated. So if you are a parent and you have very little children and you have to monitor their temperature in their sleep, not only can you do this silently, but when you are like half awake and barely coherent, you'll still be able to read the screen. And if you can't read it, you'll at least be able to see the color of whether or not their temperature is elevated or not. And then in the morning when you wake up, you can hit the memory button, because you might not remember, like, oh, what was it that happened at 3 a.m.? What was the fever at 3 a.m.? Oh, let me go check. Let me hit that memory button. Okay, bring this everywhere with you. Check your baby's bottle temperature, check their bath water, check their slumber pod room temperature. This does it all. One-stop shop. Highly recommend.